Millions of people are giving up a couple hours of their day to survey students about drugs and alcohol. This comes as an answer to an urgent call from the NDC.
It's important because this is the future, and the students here at this school and throughout the entire islands are the future of the Cayman Islands, and so it's important for us to do what we can to preserve the integrity of the fabric of the society, which is our young people. We want them to know that we care and that we support them and that they are important. We just want to lead by example and show them that there is a brighter future ahead, and that alcohol and drugs are not necessarily the answer to the social problems that families may face, that young people may face.
We are extremely pleased, just from the sheer numbers, as you can see, that have come forward out of the community to volunteer an hour out of the day. Some volunteers are even doing much more than just one day. And that really shows the spirit of our community here. It shows that they're concerned and they want to be able to somehow give back. The Student Drug Use Survey is a survey that has been conducted here in the Cayman Islands since 1998. Every 2 years we come in and we survey all grades 7 through 12 students. And we're trying to determine the nature and extent of drug using population amongst those young people. Every school across the island, private and public, that has grade 7 through 12 students, including the sister islands. So whatever the enrollment is at the time, I think the enrollment figures are probably close to 3,000, if I'm not mistaken. We're looking at prevalence questions. We're looking at, have they used a particular drug in the last 30 days? It could be ganja, it could be alcohol. Have they ever used in a lifetime? Have they ever used in the last 12 months? It could be recreational drug use, yeah? Could be drug use where they're just hanging out. There's probably just a little bit over 100 questions on there, and it takes roughly about 40 minutes for the average student to complete the survey.
Questions are easy. They ask about drugs, alcohol, sex. A lot of children using drugs nowadays. Parents should talk to their children about sex and other drugs and stuff like that.
I don't think there's a drug problem, not that I know of. I think people will be honest because the questionnaire was confidential and no one would know who answered and what their answers was.
It's anonymous. We don't ask for no names, no AKAs, no numbers. We don't want to know who filled out what. We just expect that students are going to be absolutely honest with completing the survey. And we're not also looking only at drugs. We're looking at all the issues that involve young people in the Cayman Islands. We've partnered with a lot of our stakeholders, a lot of the departments and non-profit organizations who are looking at key information so they can know how to streamline the programs and the efforts that they have towards young people. For example, Youth Services Unit, they want to know what are the young people in the districts, what are they interested in, what programs are they currently involved in, what programs might they want implemented in their districts. The AIDS Foundation, they are strictly looking at sexual practices amongst young people. So they have questions that are embedded into our survey as well. Let's say, for example, we see that there's a lot of young people who may be mentioning that, listen, there's not enough extracurricular activities after school programs. Then we will get in touch with those agencies, those organizations that do after school programs, and then let them look at those key areas that maybe they need to be filled.
We should have more activities including football, volleyball, and we should give people who are actually serious in their sports. The school should have a team to go away and play and see how well they do.
Once the information is gathered, we will analyze the data, write the report, and from there it goes up to the ministry. They take a look at it. I think they approve the report. It then becomes a public document, and then we share it amongst all our stakeholders, which then look at the information and see how they can better provide programs to target our young people. People keep hearing us say over and over, well, it goes to stakeholders and informs them on just what's happening with our young people, right? And how they can use that information to either start a new program or steer their program that they're currently running into a particular area, yeah? But one of the other key things that comes out of this information is it helps the National Drug Council as well as other organizations that work with policy and devising policy for the country that affect young people. So we'll have a preliminary report within about 2 months, and then the full detailed report by the end of the year. We really hope that the young people leave here today from doing the survey and go home and share that with either siblings or their parents.
It's about promoting a sense of awareness, and it's about trying to help young people to avoid some of the pitfalls and some of the disasters that await them if they subscribe to a life of drugs, alcohol, abuse, crime. So, this is just a way for us to intervene
For more information about the student survey, log on to the National Drug Council's website, ndc.ky.